The Colgate-Palmolive Company, CL, position increased by Victory Capital Management Incorporated. Colgate-Palmolive logoVictory Capital Management Incorporated increased its position in shares of Colgate-Palmolive Company, New York Stock Exchange CL, by 117.0% during the third quarter, according to its most recent disclosure with the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. The institutional investor owned 24,738 shares of the company's stock, after buying an additional 13,340 shares during the period. Victory Capital Management Incorporated's holdings in Colgate-Palmolive were worth $1,834,000 as of its most recent SEC filing. Other large investors also recently bought and sold shares of the company. First National Trust Company raised its stake in shares of Colgate-Palmolive by 16.1% in the third quarter. First National Trust Company now owns 11,509 shares of the company's stock worth $853,000 after buying an additional 1,600 shares during the period. State Treasurer State of Michigan raised its stake in shares of Colgate-Palmolive by 20.2% in the third quarter. State Treasurer State of Michigan now owns 663,144 shares of the company's stock worth $49,165,000 after buying an additional 111,300 shares during the period. Advisor Partners LLC raised its stake in shares of Colgate-Palmolive by 0.5% in the third quarter. Advisor Partners LLC now owns 13,310 shares of the company's stock worth $987,000 after buying an additional 69 shares during the period. Welch Forbes LLC raised its stake in shares of Colgate-Palmolive by 3.1% in the third quarter. Welch Forbes LLC now owns 90,822 shares of the company's stock worth $6,734,000 after buying an additional 2,730 shares during the period. Finally, Deroy and Devereaux Private Investment Counsel Incorporated acquired a new stake in shares of Colgate-Palmolive during the third quarter worth $200,000. Institutional investors and hedge funds own 71.57% of the company's stock. Institutional ownership by quarter for Colgate-Palmolive, New York Stock Exchange CL. Shares of Colgate-Palmolive Company, New York Stock Exchange CL, remain flat at $66.23 during midday trading on Friday. 4,382,784 shares of the company's stock were exchanged. Colgate-Palmolive Company has a 12-month low of $61.40 and a 12-month high of $75.38. The stock has a market capitalization of $58.87 billion, a price-to-earnings ratio of 43.32, and a beta of 0.68. The company's 50-day moving average is $67.32, and its 200-day moving average is $71.67. Colgate-Palmolive, New York Stock Exchange CL, last issued its quarterly earnings results on Thursday, October 27. The company reported 73 earnings per share, EPS, for the quarter, meeting the consensus estimate of 73 cents. Colgate-Palmolive had a return on equity of 6,924.14% and a net margin of 8.96%. The firm had revenue of $3.87 billion for the quarter, compared to analyst estimates of $3.94 billion. During the same period in the previous year, the company posted 80 cents earnings per share. The company's quarterly revenue was down 3.3% compared to the same quarter last year. Equities analysts expect that Colgate-Palmolive Company will post $2.81 earnings per share for the current fiscal year. This story was first posted by us and is the sole property of us. If you are reading this story on another domain, it was stolen and republished in violation of United States and international trademark and copyright law. The correct version of this story can be read at Banking Finance. 2,318,519 Colgate-Palmolive Co. CL position increased by Victory Capital Management Inc. HTML. A number of equities research analysts have weighed in on CL shares. KeyCorp started coverage on Colgate-Palmolive in a research note on Thursday, September 8. They set a sector weight rating for the company. Bank of America Corporation upgraded Colgate-Palmolive from a neutral rating to a buy rating and raised their price objective for the company from $70.86 to $80 in a research note on Monday, September 12. Zacks Investment Research lowered Colgate-Palmolive from a buy rating to a hold rating in a research note on Tuesday, September 20. B. Riley restated a neutral rating and set a $78 price objective, up previously from $71, on shares of Colgate-Palmolive in a research note on Friday, October 28. Finally, Wells Fargo and Company reaffirmed a market perform rating on shares of Colgate-Palmolive in a report on Tuesday, November 15. 12 analysts have rated the stock with a hold rating and 4 have issued a buy rating to the company. The company presently has a consensus rating of hold and a consensus target price of $76.04. In related news, insider Patricia Verjuin sold 3,834 shares of the business's stock in a transaction dated Monday, October 17. The stock was sold at an average price of $72.39 for a total transaction of $277,543.26. Following the transaction, the insider now directly owns 55,013 shares in the company, valued at $3,982,391.07. The sale was disclosed in a filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission, which is available at this hyperlink. Also, insider Jennifer Daniels sold 7,072 shares of the company's stock in a transaction that occurred on Tuesday, December 13. The shares were sold at an average price of $66.78 for a total value of $472,268.16. Following the completion of the sale, the insider now owns 37,463 shares in the company, valued at $2,501,779.14. The disclosure for this sale can be found here. Corporate insiders own 1.05% of the company's stock. About Colgate-Palmolive. Colgate-Palmolive Company, Colgate, is a consumer products company whose products are marketed in over 200 countries and territories throughout the world. The company's segments include oral, personal, and home care, and pet nutrition. The oral, personal, and home care product segment is operated through over 5 geographic segments, which include North America, Latin America, Europe, South Pacific, Asia, and Africa Eurasia.